everyone, I'm Raul and welcome back to my channel. Before to start, I want to thank to everyone for beautiful comments and also support on my channel. As you can see, we're ready to start the next tutorial and I prepared my colored pencils. So today I will show you how to draw colored lips as well. We're talking about this mouth drawing today, so I will show you how to blend with colored pencils to draw realistic mouth. Subscribe to my channel guys and don't forget about the bell notification to be notified for any video who's come up. Thank you very much guys and let's draw together again. In this tutorial we learn to draw this realistic colored mouth. As you can see, we need to work in layers to respect the reference photo, and also we need to let for highlights. First of all, I'm starting with the base. I shade all part where I don't have highlights. My way is by circles, small circles, and if it's necessary lines. When I draw realistic colored mouth or even graphite, as you can see, I'm not drawing the outline because it will shade by pencil. The first colored pencil is Deco Pink. As you can see, very light pink, and I'm using this to help me for the base. As you can see, we're not looking for the details from the beginning. We just blend the base using light layer. I like to draw the top lip always first, and I let the bottom lip to the end. I'm coming for the second layer, and as you can see, a bit the coloring is changing. And for the second layer, I'm looking for shadows. Now I can erase very soft the graphite pencils. And I will let only the middle line with graphite because it will be a bit shadows and a bit darker. Always we clean the paper after eraser. So I did 2 layers with Deco Pink and now I'm going on different color. Remember, don't draw where is highlights. I'm looking for the highlights to let the paper blank and I'll coloring everything. Also we have eraser so we can add eraser for highlights as well. As you can see, to the end of the mouth and the corners, I'm going by lines, starting from the middle line to outside, so I can imitate the realistic lips. I'm adding a soft layer to the rest of the lip now, following the reference photo and checking for the highlights. Also, I can use soft grade for drawing the place for the highlights using mechanical pencil, or if I have a good eye visual, I can let LiDAR. As you can see, I have good eye visual and I'm not using mechanical pencil. I just leave the paper blank. That's the first thing we need to do when we're drawing in colors, to add the base to know where the highlights and shadows are. As I did on the top, I'm coming with one more layer on the bottom. I'm happy with the shape, I can go further and I'm gonna check for more highlights when I'm changing the color. As you can see, I draw and coloring very light. I'm not pressing with a pencil, and you will see when we're adding different color, everything will change. Now I'm looking for shadows, and for this I'm gonna change the pencil, and I'm going on pink, and by dotting and lining, following the reference photo, I finish the shadows. Always the top lip, we need to draw 2-3 layers more, because it's a darker side of the lip, so I'm coming very light with pink. Now you see why I didn't use outline, because I draw by colored pencil. That's my way to draw realistic lip, not outlining all mouth. As you can see, I'm always check the reference photo guys, so I can go close with the reference photo. In the corner of the mouth we have shadows, and if we need darker we're using graphite pencil, and I will show you when I get there how to combine a little bit graphite over the colored pencils to make realistic mouth. For now we're staying for shadows and if it's necessary details. I'm gonna line the details from the middle of the lip using the second color of the pencils, which help me for details. And very soft I will dotting on the top of the lip, imitating the lip as the reference photo is. In this way I can add more colors on the lip. I'm coming with more shadows in this corner as well, and now I'm lining from the middle line to outside. With the same color, I will dotting more on the top to fill the paper with this color. As I told you guys, I'm using lines and dots. Now it's time to blend this part. And for this I'm gonna use cotton buds, and you will see how to smooth the paper with cotton buds. I'm coming from the top lip into the middle of the lip by small circles, mixing those colors. You can use blending stump for this as well if you like. As you can see, we have colored pencil on cotton buds. I will start to draw the bottom lip as well with the second color, and I draw the bottom line. I'm start with this because it's a shadowing part. Also, following the reference photo, I'm looking for shadows. As you can see guys, my way to draw is very light, no matter which pencil I'm using. And when I'm happy with the shape or drawing, I can go further and I'm adding a bit pressure, or I change the color of the pencil or grade. So remember guys, if you draw realistic, a portrait, when you draw mouth, never draw full outline. If you draw the outline, draw very light so you can erase after that. By lining, I'm filling with the color now for the shape of the lip. I also blend by circles. As I told you, it will be the shadowing part here on the bottom. After I come in with graphite pencil, you will see the details as realistic portrait. I'm adding color in the middle of the mouth. My way is lining, and if it's necessary, dots. I'm drawing very light the shape of the bottom lip, and I fill a little bit color in the corner of the mouth to make the lip realistic looking. As you can see, I add a bit pressure in the middle of the lip, and when I'm going in the corner of the lip, I'm going very light. It's like almost the pencil touching the paper. That's the effect of realistic mouth. As you can see, we need to add a lot of details, and for this we're staying a little bit longer. And I'm coming with the second pencil more to add more color on the bottom of the lip. I'm going by line and dots. Now I will blend this bottom lip as well, as I did on the top. As you can see, I'm working very light and in gradient also. The top lip, we repeat the same step using cotton buds, and we blend now all lip. We have the shadows, we have the highlights, and now we can blend everything. On the corner of the mouth, I'm adding always a bit pressure so I can change the color or the grade in case if I draw with pencils. And also on the base in the middle, need to add a bit pressure. I can use the same part. As you can see, I have already color here, so I can use the same. We need to change the cotton, the clear side of the cotton only if we work with different color. If you work with the same color, you can use the same part of the cotton. And for now guys, I'm helping the shadows by mechanical pencil, and I'm gonna use 8B grade and soft brush or blending stump if you like. Of course, it's about the shade. With this we define the details, and as you can see, I'm adding graphite pencil in the middle of the mouth as well. And I'm gonna tell you why I do this, because it will be more easy to blend and make the portrait realistic. As I told you, in the corner of the mouth, we're adding more shadows to make the portrait more interesting. And now if you can see, when I'm coming with soft brush, I can smoothing for shadow for realistic lips. If you prefer blending stump, you can blend this with blending stump. As you can see, a little bit graphite on the lip, and over the colors I can make a realistic mouth. I will shade very soft on the top, and I'm coming with brush. I will add some graphite now on the bottom of the lip because I talked about the shadow, and very light I'm going with graphite inside of the lip to build a light gradient. For this part I'm gonna use blending stone, and I'm going on number 1, and I push the graphite from the line inside of the lip, and I blend also the line. I'm adding a bit pressure in the middle to make the shadow darker. And following the reference photo, I'm checking for the shape also. With short lines, I'm finishing the line of the lip. As you can see, I'm coming with mechanical pencil everywhere where I need to put shadows to make the mouth realistic. So when you draw shadows, add a bit pressure on your pencil. Now I'm adding blending stump to blend everything I drew. I'm adding a bit graphite pencil on the bottom lip, making the same tone with the first one. I'm also looking for details. And I'll come back for blending stump or soft brush. And we blend very gently the details. Before to finish, I'm come back for the first pencil, if you remember, Deco Pink. And I'm coming over only into the middle to lighting a little bit the lip. I'm not going to use white pencil here. Also the bottom lip as well. I'm adding a little bit color on the outline, but this time very gently to don't mix with the graphite. So guys, I used the graphite pencil, mechanical pencil, to make the details better and visible. And as you can see, I'm coming with colored pencil over to define the lips. Now we need to looking for details, for highlights, and I'm using Tombow Mono Zero eraser, or just in case if I need, electric eraser. If I'm happy with the highlights, I'm coming with Jelly Roll to make the lip glossy and realistic. As you remember, I did on the glasses as well, and highlights into eyes. By dotting, I'm adding highlights on the lips. And as you can see, we have realistic lips, realistic mouth. Now, as I told you, we need to draw the face, and this will be only graphite, and I will show you step by step how I draw this. For the face, I'm using mechanical pencil HB grade, and we need to use toilet paper because we need to shade the skin, but we need the shape of the face first. As you can see, for outline I'm using the pencil as I shade, bend a little bit in my palm. In this way it's not necessary to add pressure. I need to make sure first I'm happy with the shape of the face, and when I'm happy with the shape of the face I can start to shade. I have the shape of the face and I'll start to shade now. I'm going further with the top of the mouth to finish this side because I have already started. As you can see, bottom of the nose a little bit. As you can see, I'm going very light. As you can see, I let a little bit highlights on the bottom of the lip, and I'm coming very light layer over face. And also shadow from the glasses. I'm changing the position of the pencil because I need to draw darker, and I come back for shading. I have shiny part from the earrings on her face, so I need to let this blank so I can erase and make the details. I'm adding a bit pressure now because I have shadows. As I told you, where we have shadow we need to add a bit pressure on our pencil. I will change now the grade with 2H because it's very light skin in the middle, so I'm going with 2H. I also shade for the shadow of the glasses. I'm coming with cotton buds. This time, if you remember, I need to use the clean side, or I can use soft brush. .2H is the lighter grade in my set. I'm using this because I have to draw light skin. I draw and shade a bit shadow from the nose, and I blend with cotton buds. Coming with HB to make the shadow darker, so I can continue with the skin. I'm gonna use blending stump now, just a little bit to blend the shadows. As you can see, I draw the shadow as a gradient, darker on the bottom and lighter near to the glasses. I'm coming with eraser to erase and make perfect straight. I'm going to shade the skin using 2H. And the second shadow coming from the glasses, also in gradient and very light. And we continue to shade the skin. I'm staying on 2H because it's lighter skin, and I'm using HB grade only for shadows. I'm looking for shadows coming from the mouth, so I need to draw this as well before to shade the skin, so I know the way. And with 2H, we're shading the skin very soft. I'm adding toilet paper to shade soft the skin, and smoothing the paper. You will see now tone on the paper changing, and we can prepare for skin. I'm moving now on the right side, and I'm adding the shadow from the glasses as I did on the left. I'm staying on HB grade and following the reference photo. I'll shade very soft. If it's necessary and if I have darker tone on the shadows, I'm coming one more layer. Depends how dark tone you have on your portrait. So you can repeat the same steps till you're happy with the tone. And now I'm adding soft shade on the face. Of course, because the highlight's coming from the left, I have all part this shadow, so I need to shadowing this side of the cheek. And of course we don't forget about the shadows who define the shape of the face. Try to learn my way, guys, so you can upgrade your skill and draw realistic portraits. Of course, again, I need to draw in gradient, so my tips to do gradient is working in layers, if you remember, and we repeat the same layer, and every layer we're doing half of the first layer did. As I had on the first part, I have a double side of shadow, is like a reflection, and I need to make sure I draw very light this part. Also is about the skin, face skin. I'm looking for shadow now, staying on HB grade. For the outline of the face, I'm going to use soft brush, and I smooth very soft the paper, and I will shade rest of the part of the face with toilet paper. Of course very light, and I'm going to shade the shadow as well, make the shadow soft, a bit blurry, as in reference photo is. Now with graphite on the paper, on the toilet paper left, I can shade very soft the cheek, because it's about the light skin. I don't need to add graphite there, I'm just using the graphite who's on the toilet paper. When I draw realistic portrait, guys, believe or not, I'm learning by myself, and I see I can add more details. And I'm not finished the portrait when I'm not happy with this. When I'm adding the details, I'm very careful with that, and I'm staying longer. I'm adding one more layer on the shadow, and also the second reflection of the glasses. It might be because of the lenses reflecting on her cheek, and we need to respect this as well. I will show you after shadowing the face how to add pores to make the skin realistic, respecting the reference photo. Always when you draw a face on your portrait, try to looking for drawing ingredients that make your portrait 3D looking and realistic. As I did on this part, as you can see, the outline is a bit darker as a reference photo. For the outline of the face, I can use blending stump or soft brush. Blending the outline, make the face realistic looking. And I can shade now with cotton buds. We have to shade the shadows, so cotton bud is perfect for that. My way is by circles. And always when you shade the face, start from the dark side of the outline and push the graphite inside of the face till you meet with the white side of the paper. I learn everything on YouTube channels, videos, so that's why I build now tutorials for you guys to learn and be more easy to upgrade your skill. I need to add a little bit shadow top of the mouth, and I'm blend with cotton buds as well. Now I'm starting to add the details, and for this I'm going to change the grade, and I'm going on 4B grade, and I'm starting to dotting her face, adding the necessary freckles, wrinkles and pores. My way by soft dotting and lining if it's necessary. It's not easy to draw a realistic portrait, but I'll show you my way, hopefully it's helpful and you can learn my way to draw, so you can upgrade your skill now. I'm working very light even with 4B grade. I'm coming with blending stump, and if you remember guys, if you have a little bit graphite on your blending stump, you can add some pores, wrinkles with blending stump. I have a little bit graphite as you can see, so I can use these for black dots, for signs, for everything. Now I'm coming very light with toilet paper, and I shade all sides of the skin, And if I need darker, I can add more shadows. And for the part of the shadow, I'm gonna use dry brush. If you remember, this helped me to add dark texture, dark tone. As you can see, 1-2 layers, there's enough, and I have the shadow under the beard. After a few layers of 8B grade, I'm gonna use dry brush now to smoothen the paper and make this darker. I'm coming one more layer before to do alt brush. Dark tone of the shadow is okay. And I'm coming with dry brush and I blend this shadow. Because this side is a bit lighter, I'm going very soft with HB grade. And I will blend with cotton buds. Mixing the graphite and preparing for the skin. As you can see, when I'm drawing with mechanical pencil, I have a bit more refill out, so I can keep the pencil flat and easy for shade. I need to shadow in this part as well, of course following the reference photo and looking for the shape of the face. Again, I'm working gradient, building the layer for the skin. Also, I'm going to use soft brush for the bottom of the veil, and I'm mixing the gradients of the graphite with white paper. And for the dark side, I'm going to use dry brush. Hope you like my way to draw, guys. Hope you understand why I'm doing here. Hope you can learn easily from me so you can upgrade your skill. I'm coming now for the shadow on the bottom of the mouth. Make all face and shape looking realistic. I'm gonna shade with toilet paper very soft, this part. And I'm adding more graphite for the details this time and for shadows. And I'm staying on soft brush for blending. Very light and soft. I'm going with graphite pencil inside from the outline. And I'm adding necessary details on the bottom of the mouth. I can use soft brush or blending stump for this type of blending. I'm coming now with 8B grade to add more shadows in the corner of the mouth. And I'm doing this side as well. But this side a bit lighter. Of course, a little bit in the middle. And I'm coming with blending stump. And I blended the corner of the mouth, making the mouth realistic. Now we soften the skin. And for the last thing to do, guys, is about the eraser, and I'm gonna use Faber Castell eraser pencil, and I'm dotting the skin as I did on the forehead, nose, eyes. So I'm dotting and lining if it's necessary, imitating the realistic skin. This is the last thing to do, so hope you like my tutorial. Hope you enjoy my YouTube channel, and if you like to learn, stay with me, subscribe, and don't forget about the bell notification for new videos. As you can see now, if I'm adding pores with eraser, the skin becomes realistic. I'm going with pores over the shadows as well. As you can see, nothing happened with the shadows. Don't forget to clean your eraser, and of course use big brush to clean the paper. Adding pores will make the skin realistic, and my way to add pores is about eraser. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you in the next tutorial. That's it for this tutorial. Thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.